and welcome to another fine chat with John and Molly Sparrow. This is their third exclusive sale with Cow Pony Sales. We are going to chat with them about 6 fabulous horses, each unique in their own way.
We're just really excited to be hosting our third exclusive sale with Cow Pony Sales. And I think the big thing that we like to iterate with our horses is they're gentle horses for gentle folks, people that can go and do anything on their horses and enjoy them.
Yep, absolutely. Versatility and well-rounded, but just gentle and nice horses to be around and been exposed to a little of everything.
We have sold several horses with John and Molly this past year with many, many happy buyers. So we are more than excited to offer what we know are good quality horses. Let's jump in and scroll through our selection of horses. If you could tell us a little bit about each one. When you go and visit the website, we are under consignments. You can click on the consignments tab, or you can go directly to Sparrow and get their page with just their horses. So we have 6 beauties that we're going to talk about, starting with Bingo.
He is the unique one.
The unique guy, yeah.
Yes.
I had the privilege of naming Bingo, and I go throughout the barn every day just singing Bingo was his name-o, and he is the funniest horse and just really enjoys love and attention. And John rides him a lot. So I'm going to let John talk about him in that sense.
Yeah, Bingo is just a really fun horse to be able to have around. He's forward and he's ready to walk out. You know, he's kind of easygoing that way. But he's not just a dilly-daller. He likes to have somewhere to go and likes to have something to do. He's good on the trail. He's good on the roads. Those sort of things. We put him over the railroad tracks and through town with all the garbage cans and everything like that. And he's forward. Jumped him a little bit, and he was really, really eager to go to that. We started patterning him just a little bit to the barrels, and he shows a lot of speed and a lot of potential. He's got a lot of rate, but just kind of a sporty horse and a really colorful package that I don't think you'll find another one that looks like him. He's got all those spots and speckles everywhere. He is really unique because it's hard to see in some of the pictures, but he does have a red and black spots all mixed, and then his left eye is blue
with the eyeliner, which is really cool.
It's blue with the black tint all the way around it. It's very unique.
We took all of these horses with us to Kentucky for Thanksgiving this year, where John's family host Sparrow Thanksgiving, and gave a lot of pony rides and that sort of thing. But Bingo was just so confident when we got to Kentucky in a very different, surrounding and setting. And he was like, oh, I'm happy to walk down the road with cars buzzing by, different cars than ours here at Route 66, and white fences and thoroughbreds running up and down the road. And he was just happy as a clam to just go wherever we pointed.
Yep.
Is Joey.
Oh, Joey. Do you want to talk about Joey?
Yeah,
I know you love Joey.
Joey is like the coolest. I call him a little horse because anything under about 16 hands is a little horse to me. He's all of 14.3. He's gypsy cross, but until you look at the volume he has in his mane and tail, you'd think he's just a little draft cross horse. Yeah. I mean, he's got good bone without being coarse anywhere. He has big, solid feet. And he's just a really stout-made little horse, and he has the best attitude. Like, I don't think we have one with a poor attitude, but he is just so willing and kind and just super laid back and chill, doesn't worry about anything, doesn't really look at anything. Super easy to teach the tricks and stuff too. Like the flag, he just likes anything like that that's a little different and challenging, and you show it to him just a couple times and he's ready to move forward. So I think he'd be really fun for somebody to take and just ride anywhere they want and kind of develop into anything they want to, or just take him and trail ride him and enjoy him. And he likes to stand. He likes to eat treats. He really likes to be brushed out and have his mane and tail braided out. He's just a really fun little horse. It's got a lot of thickness and size that, if somebody was worried about a horse that wasn't big, but was still, wasn't tall, but had some thickness, that could handle maybe a tick bigger rider, I think Joey would probably be a really good candidate for that. He's been working really well on coming to the mounting block and standing super quietly, and just a nice horse that's got some thickness to him without being really big.
I think the other cool thing about Joey is, you know, he's definitely got the really fun gypsy attitude where he's like a little bit more whoa than go, but he has that quarter horse that comes out and he is still athletic and he can still do the
Yep.
things, but he's not gonna use it vindictively, I guess. Like he's gonna use his athleticism when you ask for it, but it's not something that he's gonna use against you.
No.
And I think the other cool thing, John mentioned the tricks, is everything in that video of Joey with like the flag, the tarp, the sled, that was his first time seeing it. Like we just were so confident in him doing it. Like we just picked it up and started doing it. And he was like, okay, I'm happy
That's
to do
fine.
it. That's fine.
Have Cruella.
Yeah, she's a spotted lady, that's for sure. Cruella is one of those horses that is just very confident in herself, very confident to go and do whatever you ask her to do. I think hands down, her calling in life is to be a trail horse. Like she really likes things that are difficult on the trail, like stepping down, as you see on that little creek bed. That's actually quite a drop off. And she's one of those horses is like, yeah, I got it. It's totally fine. And she goes right into the water. She's just so confident in her ability to go and do. And I think she would be a really great fit for somebody that likes like some of those tricky type of trails. I think that it would be really cool for her to go and do the Chief Joseph ride. That is a lot that Appaloosas can go and do. I just think that she is an outstanding trail horse. Like she does fine in the arena. She'll lope pretty circles when you ask her to. She has a great trot to her. She's good with the tricks, but her place that she shines is out and about and down the trail. And she's a very like business up front, let's go do it straightforward type of mare. She doesn't need a lot of snuggles, a lot of love, a lot of reassurance, because she's just that confident in herself to go and do whatever it is that you're asking her to do.
Yep. And I would really point out, like Molly was saying, you know, to go off of the jumps and that, she's confident, but she's also very conscientious. Like you never feel unsafe. She doesn't dive off into anything. She steps off, but she knows where her feet are at. She doesn't trip. She doesn't really stumble. You know, she's very conscientious where she puts her feet down. And so she is good in the rougher places or the
For
long
sure.
trails or, you know, uphill, downhill, over the logs and that sort of stuff. And just really takes good care of you out on the trail.
For sure. And that's coming from a girl that's a mule girl. Like I grew up riding mules in the mountains, and she definitely reminds me of that. She's just very conscientious about her feet. She's, you know, happy to go where you ask her to, but she's going to find the safe way for herself and for you. Nobody will mistake you because she's as unique as every one of her spots.
That's right. And just such a pretty mare. She's got so much thickness for a little mare, and, you know, good solid legs on each corner, and just got a really thick rounded hip to her. She really is a pretty mare. And just highlight everybody again, I'm really tall and I'm really long-legged, and this mare fills up my leg completely, and I never feel like she's just handy size to get on and off of. She's not little at all. I think she could carry a big person a long ways, and they'd have a lot of fun. And there's only going to probably be one that looks like her, and it's going to be her.
Yeah.
Kiwi.
Oh, I love Kiwi. Kiwi, as much as John loves Joey, I equally love Kiwi. It's kind of funny in this sense, like we don't have kids, but we seem to always have these really cool little ponies around. Really nice ponies, and Kiwi is definitely one of those. He's just so unique and so fun, and he's just so naturally talented in anything you ask him to do. Like from the moment he came into our program, he was like, oh yeah, I can do it. And he does it right, is the fun thing. Is like, we have a lot of horses that are like, oh yeah, I'll do it, but they might not get it perfect the first time. Kiwi was just born broke, I swear. He immediately figured out his leads. He immediately figured out how to carry his face. Like he moves off your leg. He's just very naturally talented, very naturally balanced when you ride him. Has some like a great walk, great trot, great canter or lope. He goes either way. And again, he's one of those that we just started picking up the flag, just started picking up the sled, and he just went right to it. Yep. And he's just confident in himself, and he has the big funny personality that I love in a horse. Yes. And he's fun. I really enjoy Kiwi.
And just super, super correct. Like wants to cross over and be correct, wants to rotate his weight to his hind end and be, you know, light-footed in front, turn around correctly. He wants to stop correctly and turn really forward as far as going to his leads easily, but he's not a hot horse at all. And Molly calls him a pony. He's a quarter pony. This horse stands 14. He wears an aught shoe. Like he's got a lot of a lot of bone, but he's just not a really big horse, but we're really staunch on our terms. So he is a quarter pony. He's almost a true horse size of 14.2. He's just a tick under that, but just a super, super cool horse. I've never seen another Perlino paint horse.
And he has two, I wouldn't even call them blue. They're almost green eyes,
Yes.
which are very neat. And then I also think sometimes people watch our videos and see us riding them. And so Kylie, which is the person right there on the cattle riding him, she's 5'1.5".
Yep.
Almost 5'2". John riding him with the flag. John's 6'4". And I'm 5'7". So if that doesn't tell you how much leg he really takes up and the different types of rider that can ride Kiwi and enjoy him and not feel like they're undermounted or overmounted, I think that's a really unique thing about him as well.
Yes. Yeah, don't feel like you're riding just a little bitty horse. I special order my pants straight from Wrangler because they don't carry them on the shelf. I'm long-legged and I don't swallow that horse at all. He's got a lot of thickness and shape and a cute smaller package.
Cute little package, yeah.
Flora.
Flora is that sweet, kind, in your pocket mare that is very willing to do anything that you ask her to do.
Yep. She's here to love you.
She's here to love you.
She would choose to do first. She is the first to be caught. She's the first at the gate. She wants your attention. She wants your affection. She's not pushy at all, but she just genuinely likes to be around people and interact with people.
And she's just, again, one of those horses that is just so willing, so ready to do whatever you ask her to do. You see that picture where she was laying down. We taught her to do that in 2 days. Like, sometimes that's kind of an undertaking to teach a horse how to lay down. And once Flora figured out what we were asking, she's like, yep, I'm happy to do it. And that's just a really cool thing about her. And also, like, she's just very versatile. Like, that's a big thing for us, but she really embodies that. Like, Kylie put her on the barrels and was on the barrels for 2 weeks, and she's already, coming around a barrel in a very, very correct fashion. And then we started jumping her, and she tucks her legs up super cute, and she's always done well with her leads and wants to stop correctly, and all
really
of the
does
tricks.
Want to stop very hard and really get her hind end underneath her. And then Kylie's our assistant trainer, and we really appreciate her, but she does some outside lessons and things, and I've actually given some lessons to some younger riders. A couple 10-year-old type children have rode Flora and utilized her as kind of the lesson horse. Just Kylie's rode her and was able to direct them how to pilot her very easily, and just takes to anything you ask her to do, and is easy to teach it to. And she's another one of those that she doesn't look at much of anything. Pick the tarp up, drag the tarp anywhere you want to go from the first day, wrap her up in it any way you want to. She's ready. We've tracked this lead steer on her a little bit. I think somebody that wanted to make a breakaway horse, she stops hard and very correctly. I think all you have to do is just go to live cattle. She knows all about a dummy at this point, and just a really, really fun mare, and really well-rounded for a family horse too, I think.
Naturally cowy, as John was saying, but also another one of those that's not going to use her athleticism against you. She uses it when you ask her to, but it's not something that you have to be constantly worried that she's going to like spin out from under you. She's very mellow and laid back, but if you pick her up and say, hey, we're going to go to this cow, she's there for you.
Yep. She leaves the barn at a walk, and she stays in a walk until you ask her to do something more. And she's just one of those, you don't warm this mare up. You just saddle her, you get on her at the hitching rail, and you go ride her to do whatever you want. There's no lunging her around or jip her this way or that way. She's just ready to do anything.
Which is again amazing for a 4-year-old mare.
Yeah, absolutely.
A 4-year-old horse, ever. I think that is very unique.
Sunny, the golden palomino.
He's a pretty, pretty horse. Like, if there was ever a Barbie horse, that is definitely Sunny. And I think the coolest thing about Sunny is he is just so confident in himself on the trail. Like, that's really where he shines. Like, he's one of those horses that you can just saddle up and go wherever you want to go, through brush or brambles or trees or logs or creeks. Like, he's going to go, and he is so confident in himself. He doesn't need another horse. He doesn't need to follow. Like, he's happy to lead the way in a group. If you ask him to kind of toddle in the back, he's like, hey, I would like to go this way, or I'd like to go to the front. But he's willing to do it. But he is just so confident in himself in every way. And the other cool thing I think about him is he has fancy buttons, you know, like I would say that he's a trail horse. But when you bring him into the arena, he's happy to lope around, quiet, low-headed. He has a great stop. Like he really plants his hiney and stops. He'll turn, roll backs either way, lope from a standstill. He neck reins, he moves off your leg. He's just a really cool, really versatile, beautiful, and well-bred gelding. Like he's
he
just
really is.
a
Could
nice
be
horse.
an awesome ranch rider. You know, he's low, moves slow, but he's very correct, very off your leg and off your seat. Moves really, really correctly. And like Molly said, you can stop him and he'll lope right out of his tracks and take both leads. And just, he rides the way his bloodline says he should. You know, he's a horse that's bred to have a lot of ride inside, and he's got it. But he's gentle and he's pretty. And this time of year, he's almost, I love him in the summer, but this time of year, he gets dapples just about as big as a grapefruit. Man, they're just beautiful.
And a lot of the video that you see and the pictures are from this summer, but we just put an updated video of him up from recently this week, and you can see the difference in him. But it doesn't matter the season, like he's just beautiful, and he's, you know, easy to catch, he's easy to get along with. And he's basically the same horse, no matter how much or how little you ride him. He's going to be just sunny.
Not very often that you're able to find a gelding that's out there that is so versatile and has some of these names on their papers. Like going back to several of them, like the two-timing Freckles and the 𝓔𝔁𝓬𝓵𝓾𝓼𝓲𝓭, they are some serious rope horses. They also have done barrels, a little bit of cutting. They have made names for themselves. Their offspring have made names for themselves in the high school rodeo world. And my opinion is, while Sonny is 11, he has a lot of life left in him. He, from what you have shared with me, has not been rode hard in those 11 years. He's very sound, he's very safe, and he could easily go into a career yet.
For sure. I think one of the cool things about Sonny's background is when we got him, he had been just strictly a walk trot trail horse, which is part of the reason he's so confident in himself, because that's what he did for, you know, probably 5, 6, 7 years of his life. And when we got him, I don't think he'd ever really loped under saddle, like at all. And so we taught him that, taught him his leads, taught him how to stop, how to carry himself correctly. Again, just one of those things that's like, oh, that's what you want me to do? Okay, I'm happy to do it. But and, just a kind of a
Sonny
funny
maybe more than
thing.
Some of the other horses, but we have ranched on this horse.
Yeah.
And he's roped some live cattle outside and loaded trucks. We've doctored 6 on him and loaded 6 on the trailer, and just another horse that's good-minded and does what you ask him to do. And there's not a lot of muss or fuss to it. And he may not know exactly what you want, but he's really game to try.
And like you said, as an 11-year-old horse, like as a 3-year-old, he wasn't doing anything that was hard on his joints. He wasn't doing things that would be a soundness issue now as an 11-year-old. So even though he's 11, he has a lot of life left to give and a lot of soundness and a lot of ability to continue on in his career.
For sure.
I am so excited again to offer these 6 fabulous versatility and family horses to everybody with John and Molly. Thank you so much for visiting with us about the 6 that we have this time. We really encourage everybody to give them a call, shoot them a text. They're very responsive. Ask questions, as silly as you may think they are. Like, ask your questions before you bid. We want to make sure you're comfortable. If you want to dig into John and Molly a little bit, they have their Facebook page here on our website. You can go directly to their Facebook, look back at a lot of the horses that they've sold. Also on their website, they do have some reviews and such posted from previous buyers. I promise you they're good people. Every horse that we're offering from them has a health and fitness form filled out, so make sure you look those over. When you purchase one of these horses, we encourage you to be the one to pick them up, because you will get a lesson included so that when you leave with your new horse, you're confident in all the buttons and how to ride them and how to work with them and all that kind of stuff. If you do need to hire transport, we can assist with that as well. John and Molly have some great people that they work with. Cow Pony Sales has some great people that we also have available.
Just to really appreciate you, Amanda, for everything that you do for us and for helping us connect with the great buyers of Cow Pony Sales and getting these horses into great fits and great homes. And I think another thing to really hit home on is, every one of these horses has a fresh dental chart. They've had their teeth done by one of the best dentists in my opinion, the world, but definitely in the area. And they've had recent chiropractic care. They have a fresh pair of shoes that John's put on them. They've been recently wormed. They've been vaccinated. We really put a lot of emphasis on health and fitness in our program. Like we want our horses to feel the absolute best that they're ever going to feel when they leave this place. So that means, when you get them home and you can't ride them for 6 weeks or it gets cold or anything like that, they're taken care of. Don't worry about it. They're not going to get feeling froggy because they feel good here at our house and we take extra care of them. The other thing is please call us, please reach out, please email, text, Facebook message, whatever it is. We can't match you with the horse that's going to fit you if you don't call us and ask questions. The other thing is, as Amanda said, we sell a lot of horses with cow pony sales. If one of these 6 doesn't fit you, we're going to tell you that. And there might be one that's up and coming that will fit you better. But again, we can't help you if you don't call us. So please call.
Yep.
Yes. And if you just know that you want to have one of these horses and you're not sure which one, again, just give them a call, shoot them a text. They'd love to visit with you and they will let you know if one of them fits you or if they maybe have something coming up that will fit you better.
We're, as Amanda, I know Amanda is as well, like we're all committed to getting you a horse you like.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yes.
Want you to take home and be happy, show your friends and be tickled that you own it and you get to ride them. And that's the horse you have to carry feed to and you're happy about it. So give us a call and we'd really be happy to steer you in the right direction of the horse we have that's the best fit for you. And you're able to grow together as a pair.
Perfect. Well, thank you guys again so much for partnering with us. We look forward to it. I'm excited to see where these horses end up. And again, if anyone has any questions, reach out to any of us.